shop in the country?
So I like Georgia Greens in Wakefield. So again, when Kalani came over in January, February, I took him and said, look, try this. And he said it was the best, the fish were amazing. He preferred the fish from a place in Whitby, but he said the chips were the best chips he'd ever had. And that's because they triple cooked them. And then another food reviewer who was a good friend of mine, Gary Eads. Gary went, I said to Gary, look, if you're up here, you need to go to this place. And it blew Gary's mind as well. And this is a little fish and chip shop. It's on a council estate in Wakefield. He's been there for years. He's just been chugging away, and then all of a sudden now he's just inundated with food reviewers like myself, because it is what he does. It is one of the best. He gets a lot of criticism because when people see the photos, it looks like the fish and chips are burnt. Let me tell you, it's far from that. The oil's not old, it's just amazing. So if you fancy fish and chips, it's definitely worth a trip out there, but be prepared to queue, because I've just seen somebody in here earlier on that said they went last week and they were queuing down the street.
Would you say are the best fish and chips?
Murder fry, you know.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
The bigger.
Yeah, I've done Murgatroy's. Murgatroy's it's nice, it's alright, I give it a good score. But for me, there's a few more like Georgia Green. There's a little place in Morley called the Miners. They sort of double up the fish there, the fish fillet. You get a nice, like you go for cod, you get a nice piece. And if you take the kids, it's good, because if it's killed, you give the kids a little bag of chips while they're waiting. So I used to just chuck my kids in queue and then just say, right, just ask for the sausage because you've had the chips and save a few.
What's your favourite takeaway?
So I've just said the bakery that I did, Cromwell's, that's my number one for reviewing. For me at home, so like, obviously I do what I don't remember my takeaway, but now and again I like to take away at home. I do like Abdul's in Wakefield, so Abdul's was the fourth takeaway I ever reviewed, and it was absolutely amazing. I was blown away with how fresh the curries was. If anybody's watched my videos, you know I don't like spice. I don't like all the spicy curries, so when it comes to big nose and all that, I'm going nowhere near them. But with Abdul's, the chicken tikka masala, it's a nice creamy sauce, and then it was a tak kebab, which I've got to have down at area because it is a little bit spicy.
Another question.
What would you say to the last meal?
Well, that's easy. Roast dinner. Roast dinner. So the questions I get most is obviously what's your favourite takeaway, but my favourite meal is a roast dinner. I love a roast, and Sophie will tell you, bless her, she has to cook a roast 3 or 4 times a week. So she'll say to me, what do you fancy for tea tonight? And I'll go, oh, I'll have a roast. So it might not be, you know, midweek, it might not be a full-on roast with all the trimmings, it might just be a bit of meat, you know, a bit of mash.
He's having you on, he has the full-on roast with all the trimmings. Otherwise
Yeah.
you look like an upset child if I bring you the roast
Well, I've
without
got
Yorkshire pudding.
to have stuff in Yorkshire puddings, that's a must. What I mean is I miss the veg off. But I think being a butcher, like working in a butcher's before, again, I was lucky enough to, through COVID, me and my family, we never went without food because my boss won't let everybody take me home. And he's done that ever since I worked for him. So each week, all the lads that work for him, you get to take home the meat for the week for your family. So my son George, at 8-year-old, what do you want for your tea? I want a sirloin steak tonight. And that's what he gets. You know what I mean? So again, I was fortunate enough to have that job where I could give, you know, the good quality food. And so now when we go out to a restaurant, it's bang me in the backside, because now it's like, yeah, I want sirloin steak with a bit of filling instead of chicken nuggets.